to Magic Kingdom for this trip.
How do you, there's people going to the right, but I'm supposed to pay through the window way over there?
I don't know. Are you excited?
In half a mile, keep right.
Yes, we're excited. Alright, there it is. And hopefully we'll get more video than the last video. There's the castle. Waiting for the boat.
We're on the boat. On the boat. There's the Magic Kingdom Castle. Here we go. We are moving out. Ooh, that feels good. The air is finally moving. That is the relative wind because we're moving through the air and it makes it feel like the air is moving. But the air is not moving. We are moving. There's the Castle of Doom. And there is the molesting station. Feels like air conditioning.
Jacob, we're on a boat. We on a boat? Yeah. This is what Jacob sees off the grill. Yeah. Daddy and James are up the stairs. And then this is what Mommy can see. There's the Tomorrowland stuff. Pretty. I think so far this is my favorite boat ride. It's not loud like the other ones. It's just pretty and lots of wild wind. And there's the castle. Prominent view. There it is. See many more. Here we go. So pretty. That's fun. Here comes one of the others. There's another boat, Jacob. Here they go.
The monorail's going into the Contemporary. There it is. It's in. The train is about to go.
Here's the water one before it. So maybe
Jacob.
we do the water one first. And then
Hello, Jacob. It's super busy here today.
yes, it is. All right.
Jacob, are you hot? You got some water on your head? Okay, let's go look around. Jacob looks tired. He's already tired. All right, let's go see if we can find his shoe from last time. Since he left his water shoe here. The Emporium. They got ropes everywhere. Looks like people are already setting up for the fireworks.
Yeah, probably. I think there's a parade coming.
There must be. Okay, James. Oops. James is behind us. Don't run too fast because James is behind you. Sarah, don't run too fast. James is going to get way behind you. There you are. Okay. James is right there. inside. I see it. X. We should do that with our bushes and make them look like that.
Yes.
Twisted bushes. Oh, there's a bridge and some water. Are you gonna watch this? What kind of monstrosity is coming out of the corner? Let's do it. Is that the no wrong or right for me witch?
Let's see. That's the princess.
Oh, it's
Cinderella.
Cinderella. Okay, that's much better. She has rules.
And Beauty and the Beast.
Cinderella at least has rules.
Oh, well, there's the Frozen.
Uh-oh.
There's Peter Pan. There's the Little Mermaid back there.
Here come the clowns.
And there, look at that.
There's the swingers. Oh look, it's a mechanical dragon of doom. I wonder if they 3D printed that whole thing. If it's a dragon, it must be 3D printed. Oh, it's a little marmalade. And a flying fish. Look, there's a balloon. Jacob. Oh, there you go. He can stand up and see. Look, you see the dragon? Dragon.
Dragon.
down. We got a I love you drink with Pop Rocks, and she split it into thirds, and we only paid for one. At the whatever this place is, Orange, next to the Super. Oh, this is where we got stuff before. We're finally inside the Tiana's place. Boat ride. We've been standing in the sun. It's so hot. Oh, look at this. That feels good. They opened the windows for us. The air is coming right in. Red beans, Louisiana hot sauce. And you got on your Snacks-a-Lotto shirt. Snacks-a-Lotto. There it is. Tiana's place. We don't care about that. We got our own camera. Oh, we're going out in the heat again at this line. We had to wait through that entire thing. Okay, let's go.
And there's a seagull.
He looks kind of crabby. There's a boat. Look over there, Jacob. It's a boat.
Bring me Captain Jack Sparrow, or I'll be sending you to Davy Jones. Get on broadside.
Yes, you will. Ah, water. He's spitting at us. Water.
Jack Sparrow, show yourself, you miserable cur. Bring your toys, you human cockroaches. Surrender, Captain Jack Sparrow, or my brothers will burn the city to the ground.
Oh, this is the one where the actor was in it. Remember the real guy? He was standing somewhere over here. And he wasn't a robot, it was the actor. Probably right here. He was probably standing there. I don't know, I'll have to go watch that video again.
What may
Goats.
I offer for these
I
hearty
see some
heads?
goats.
Everyone an egg layer. Douglas Lane, golden eggs. Hey there, you bilge rat.
Oh, quit your clucking. The gentlemen want the rum. Don't you, boy?
Bunch of drunks.
Here I be, holding the treasure map and the key as well. What I wouldn't give to see the look on Captain Jack Sparrow's face. Many years ago, it only me what's got the goods.
Yes. What is that, an infrared camera? It's watching us. It is. There's a camera up there watching us.
It is.
An infrared with night vision. I got Jacob right here. Look, there's a dog. I see a puppy dog. He's got lots of hats. He doesn't want to get sunburned. Bunch of pigs. A parrot. Going back in the dark. There's where all the money is. I see, they're gonna get out. That's the end. Going fast. Look at you swing like a monkey. Jacob swinging on the chain. Watch him swing. Swing. Okay.
Al was not scared to go out in the rain. Too bad that it was a class 5.
Note and renown, here reposes. His melodies fade as he now becomes.
Rain, rain, go away. I wish I
Right,
had
James.
a rhyme today.
Here we are. We're in the Hall of Presidents. Waiting for it to start. There's Jacob. Here is the Hall of Presidents. We're all waiting. And lots of president artifacts. We're gonna go in that curtain behind us, go in the theater entrance, and watch something. Jacob's very excited. You can tell. Very excited. Very excited.
Hello folks, we got about just 10 more minutes until these fans open. Make sure that there's no eating, drinking, or smoking inside of the We got about 10 more minutes.
Alright, now this is funny. I can't read that. You want to shove it in my face anymore? Oh, that's outside MSG right now.
Power in the world. A new nation has been born, independent and free. The founders must form a national government. In 1787, through months of passionate debate, they create a written constitution. For the country's highest office, they imagine something new in the history of the world. A leader not born to power like a king or queen.
It's called
A leader
not
who has not
communism.
seized power through conquest. A leader not separate from the people, but elected by the people, from among the people. We, the people. This is a new idea, an American idea. The idea of a president. don't know exactly what a president will be, but there is little doubt who it will be. George Washington's stature and bearing have marked him as a leader. His integrity has made him a great one. Washington knows that many generals who have led successful revolutions make themselves dictators or kings. Instead, he steps down from power and retires to his home, Mount Vernon. The world takes note, and George Washington becomes the symbol of American ideals. In the first presidential election, it's Washington by a landslide. The only doubt seems to be his own. He writes, "Integrity and firmness is all I can promise. Integrity and firmness is exactly what we need." Everything he does as president will set a model for his successors. His final act may be the most important of all. After 2 terms, with no term limit in the Constitution and amid overwhelming support to stay in office, he steps down once again and hands power back to the people. He wants us to speak, to elect a new president. During the early years of the Republic, we choose leaders as different as Thomas Jefferson, John Adams, and Andrew Jackson. Elections are often bitter. Each president stands at that fiery intersection where personal character meets the challenges of the times. Some call the presidency a glorious burden. Jefferson calls it a splendid misery. We, the people, must choose well. We elect 15 presidents before the course of history brings us to the edge of a crisis like no other. A nation born of freedom still permits slavery. As the country pushes west, will new states be slave or free? The question produces bitter conflict. The issue rocks the election of 1860 and brings Abraham Lincoln onto the national stage. The tall, lanky, some say uncouth candidate from Illinois is a master of words at a time when speeches are printed in full for people to read. A house divided against itself cannot stand, he has said. With Lincoln's election, the House does indeed divide. Civil War. 11 states secede from the Union. The war becomes a defining passage in the American story. The president's own inner strength and depth of character changed the course of history. Lincoln had come up the hard way on the American frontier, desperately poor, with less than a year of formal schooling. His early years were scarred by tragedy, the death of his mother, his sister, his first love. He struggles with depression, but never loses his determination to rise above it. He once said he's driven by a desire to leave the world a little better place for having lived in it. The war rages. Lincoln fights to preserve the Union and end slavery. Neither is a sure thing. At Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, 6 months after one of the bloodiest battles of the war, the president dedicates a cemetery to the thousands of soldiers who died there, in words we can never forget.
"47 years ago, our fathers brought forth on this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Now we are engaged in a great civil war, testing whether that nation or any nation so conceived and so dedicated can long endure. We are met on a great battlefield of that war. We have come to dedicate a portion of that field as a final resting place for those who here gave their lives, that that nation might live. it is altogether fitting and proper that we should do this. But in a larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here, have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note, nor long remember what we say here, but it can never forget what they did here. It is for us, the living, rather, to be dedicated here to the unfinished work which they who fought here have thus far so nobly advanced. It is rather for us to be here dedicated to the great task remaining before us, that from these honored dead we take increased devotion to that cause for which they gave the last full measure of devotion. That we here highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation, under God, shall have a new birth of freedom, and a government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth.
The blood of over 500,000 Americans is spilled in this Civil War. President Lincoln's enduring hope is to give true meaning to the sacrifices of so many, to lead us to that new birth of freedom. With the end of the war and the end of slavery, a new birth truly begins.
Train.
As we roll toward the 20th century, settlers roll west on wagon wheels and railroads connect the nation coast to coast.
Train.
Millions of immigrants pour in from Europe and Asia. Population doubles. Our economy triples. Our standing among nations rises. We need presidents who can lead both at home and abroad. At the same time, a young Theodore Roosevelt is retreating from New York politics and personal tragedy. The death of his wife and his mother on the same day in the same house. In the Badlands of North Dakota, he rethinks his life and the life of his country. He returns stronger in body and spirit. His renewed energy is just what his country needs. American industry is booming, but social tensions are rising. A progressive movement is bubbling up, pushing for change, and change is needed in the working and living conditions in cities. The gap widens between rich and poor. The demand for change grows stronger. Teddy Roosevelt is a knight on a crusade. He speaks with force and vitality in clear terms that make colorful headlines at a time when mass-market newspapers have become the new media. To define his foreign policy, he borrows a phrase from an African proverb: speak softly and carry a big stick. But his greatest accomplishments are made at home. He breaks up giant monopolies, protects workers' rights, and calls for a square deal for all Americans, rich and poor, capitalist and wage earner.
And a square deal for every man and every woman in the United States.
He calls on America to be as great as the natural grandeur of its lands. Keep your eyes on the stars and your feet on the ground, he tells us. And we do.
The bottom fell out of the market. 12 million unemployed. The bread lines and the soup. The results of the 1932 election now appear.
When we elect our 32nd president, it is the worst of times. The course of history and the course of one president's life again shape a turning point in our national destiny. Franklin D. Roosevelt, paralyzed by polio, knows how to restore the faith of a people paralyzed by the Great Depression.
I believe in practical explanations and in practical policy.
He has found the inner strength his countrymen now need. He speaks to us like a friend, a neighbor. His optimism is contagious, his voice perfect for the latest breakthrough medium, radio. He calls us to believe we have nothing to fear but fear itself. And we do believe.
Tonight's attacks on England are perhaps the most widespread of the war in the course of the day.
But an even greater challenge dominates his final years in office. The Second World War.
We must be the great arsenal of democracy. This is an emergency as serious as war itself.
Airplanes.
We stun the world with our production.
Airplanes. Wings.
When bombs fall on U.S. troops in Pearl Harbor, he calls us to fight on the war front and sacrifice on the home front.
Airplanes. Boats.
The harder the sacrifice, the more glorious the triumph. So spoke America in the year 1776. So speak America today.
The world changes. The country changes. And yet, in one sense, what we need most from our presidents has never changed. A guiding vision that calls forth the best that America can be.
Will outer space be developed for the benefit of all mankind? Or will it become another focus for the arms race?
Rocket.
The choice is urgent, and it is ours to make.
Ask not what your country can do for you. Ask what you can do for your country.
But really, it's all of us who must overcome the crippling legacy of bigotry and injustice. And we shall overcome.
One of the agreements that President Sadat and Prime Minister Begin are signing tonight is entitled A Framework for Peace in the Middle East.
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall. You have lost too much, but you have certainly not lost America.
I can hear you. The rest of the world hears you.
Loving this country requires the willingness to speak out for what is right.
Ladies and gentlemen, the presidents of the United States of America. George Washington, John Adams, Thomas Jefferson, James Madison, James Monroe, John Quincy Adams, Andrew Jackson, Martin Van Buren, William Henry Harrison, John Tyler, James K. Polk, Zachary Taylor, Millard Fillmore, Franklin Pierce, James Buchanan, Abraham Lincoln, Andrew Johnson, Ulysses S. Grant, Rutherford B. Hayes, James A. Garfield, Chester A. Arthur, Grover Cleveland, Benjamin Harrison, William McKinley, Theodore Roosevelt, William Howard Taft, Woodrow Wilson, Warren G. Harding, Calvin Coolidge, Herbert Hoover, Franklin D. Roosevelt, Harry S. Truman, Dwight D. Eisenhower, John F. Kennedy, Lyndon B. Johnson, Richard M. Nixon, Gerald R. Ford, Jimmy Carter, Ronald Reagan, George Bush, Bill Clinton,
Boo.
George W. Bush, Barack Obama,
Boo.
Joe Biden,
Boo. Double boo.
And now we come to the present. Once again, we place our trust in the idea of a president, as we have from the beginning.
My fellow citizens, no event could have filled me with greater anxieties than that notification on the 14th day of April, 1789, that you had selected me to lead our nation. But it was with the confidence of my fellow citizens that I took an oath. 35 simple words that have been repeated by every American president throughout history.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully execute the office of President of the United States and will, to the best of my ability, preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution of the United States. So help me God.
The presidency of the United States is a role unique in the world, an office entrusted to each president by us, we the people. Therein lies the genius of that new idea, now over 200 years old. A new idea our presidents have turned into a great American idea again and again.
Yay, there's our flag. Jacob's flag. It's closing. Clap. Look up, here they come. There goes a bird. What the heck is that? Jacob. We walk out of the Hall of Presidents and this is going on. You never know where you're going to see that. Oh, they're all gone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. They're all gone. There's a bird. Yep. No more. No more over there.
Wait, bye-bye.
Look at that. We're in bee land. Well, they won't stay still. Let's see. Let's get one. Where are they going? There's bees everywhere. Look at all those bees. See those bees? There's bees all over these flowers. Bees, bees, bees. Look at those bees. They're drinking the yummy flowers and they're going off to make some honey. Yep, honey.